President Stubb criticizes Minister for Ukraine alliance withdrawal. PM Orpo defends Finland's stance amid foreign policy dispute. Government to tighten oversight on struggling welfare regions. Minister Rydman pushes for import tax on cheap Chinese goods. President Alexander Stubb's decision to strongly criticize Minister of Trade and Development Ville Latarvio for pulling Finland out of the Ukraine Reconstruction Alliance has drawn significant attention, according to political expert Johanna Varelmar. This is because Tarvio's decision was not communicated to the president beforehand, violating the principles of Finland's foreign policy governance. President Stubb expressed his clear stance on the matter and requested that the government discuss Finland's support for gender and sexual minorities in its foreign policy. Varelmar emphasized that the president has both the right and responsibility to be involved in decisions related to the country's diplomatic and security policies. Tarvio's decision has also marked a clear departure from Finland's traditional foreign policy stance, which has always emphasized consensus. Varelmar views this as a turning point in the country's foreign policy approach. Finnish Prime Minister Petteri Orpo had to explain Minister of Trade and Development Ville Tavio's decision to withdraw from the Ukraine Reconstruction Alliance aimed at promoting gender equality. Orpo emphasized that this decision does not alter Finland's stance on supporting Ukraine. However, the decision sparked controversy when President Alexander Stubb revealed that he had not been informed of it. The opposition, particularly the Social Democratic Party, criticized the government for sending mixed messages regarding Finland's foreign policy. Social Democratic Party Chairman Antti Lindman stressed that Finland cannot be held hostage by the Finns party and urged the government to recommit to supporting Ukraine and promoting gender equality. While not yet calling for a no-confidence vote against Tarvio, the Centre Party has expressed concern over the disarray in Finland's foreign policy and urged the government to clarify the situation quickly. Minister Anna-Kaisa Ikonen announced that the government would step up oversight of 6 financially struggling welfare regions, including Lappi, Keski-Suomi, Vantar and Kesk-Raarvar, East Uusimaa, Kantar-Harmur, and Sartar-Kuntar. These regions will be invited for discussions with the government to find solutions to improve their financial situations. If no progress is made, a strict evaluation process may be applied, potentially limiting these regions' autonomy. Notably, the Vantar and Kesk-Raarvar region did not receive the additional financial support they requested from the government, despite previously proposing a need for an extra €74 million for this year and next. Minister Ikonen explained that the costs and service needs in the region did not meet the criteria for additional funding. Minister for Economic Affairs Ville Rydman wants to expedite the imposition of import taxes on products from Chinese online stores, such as Temu, to curb shopping from these platforms. According to Rydman, importing cheap goods from these stores is unfair to European suppliers, who must adhere to stricter regulations. Currently, products valued under €150 are exempt from import taxes in the EU. However, the European Commission has proposed that starting in March 2028, all products, including low-cost ones, will be subject to import taxes. Rydman said he would support this proposal in the upcoming EU Competition Council meeting, hoping for stronger measures to regulate the import of cheap goods from China, especially from platforms like Temu and Shein. Children's rights advocate Elina Pekarinen has called for an open discussion to protect Roma children and youth from violence. She emphasized that this demand comes from within the Roma community itself. Pekarinen acknowledged that the issue had previously been avoided due to its sensitivity, but she believes that silence has led to Roma children's problems being addressed only by the police. She urged both the Roma community and the majority population to join in the discussion. Pekarinen also highlighted the importance of eliminating practices within Roma culture that perpetuate inequality and violence. According to her, the strong family bonds within the Roma community are both a strength and a reason why children are vulnerable to violence. During the summer, untreated sewage spilled into the Tornio River due to a malfunction at a wastewater pumping station, causing significant pollution. Local residents, such as Araner Nausiainen, noticed that rocks along the river turned unusually white, and there was a foul odor. Objects like tampons and toilet paper were even seen floating in the water. After detecting the issue, Nausiainen reported it to environmental authorities. The investigation revealed that one of the station's 2 pumps had broken down, causing sewage from about 100 households to flow directly into the river every 2 weeks. Although the issue has been fixed, the local impact of the sewage spill has raised environmental concerns among the community. Starting this fall, schools in Tampere have implemented stricter rules on mobile phone use, requiring students to store their phones in a designated box during lessons. Teachers believe this improves students' focus, although not all students agree. At Oversight school, which tested the rule last school year, putting phones away before class has become a routine. According to a survey, all teachers reported improved student focus. However, only 1/5 of students admitted to being more focused without their phones. Despite some challenges in managing phone use, Bill Ratikainen, head of Tampere's education sector, believes this rule will become a standard part of school life. He emphasized that while some students oppose it, teachers are very satisfied with the new policy. The decision to return giant pandas Lumi and Pyry from Ähtäri Zoo to China has attracted attention on Chinese social media, particularly on Weibo. The topic, Finnish zoo returns giant pandas to China, garnered nearly 2 million views and around 800 comments. Most of the comments expressed understanding and agreement, with many thanking Finland for taking good care of China's national treasures. Some commenters suggested that if the zoo couldn't afford to care for the pandas, returning them to China was the right solution. The story also reflects the interest of the Chinese people in pandas sent abroad, as seen in the case of Zaza in the US, which led to the panda being returned to China after controversy. The return of the giant panda from Ähtäri Zoo to China is not seen as a diplomatic failure for Finland. Panda diplomacy experts and China researchers agree that this event does not weaken relations between the two countries. A researcher at the Finnish Institute of International Affairs noted that Finland's pride in being one of the countries involved in the panda diplomacy program has faded. This reflects the changing views of Western nations toward China, especially after events such as the Ukraine war and Finland's joining NATO. Minister Anna-Kaisa Ikonen also stressed that the decision to return the pandas was mutual and does not affect diplomatic relations. The Finnish government will not provide financial support for this due to budget constraints. Mehmet Hakan Bedestenlioglu, a Turkish citizen, has lived in Finland for a month with his wife, who is pursuing a master's degree at the University of Jyväskylä. Despite having 26 years of experience as a bank manager in Turkey and fluency in English, Mehmet has struggled to open a bank account in Finland. He contacted 4 banks but was unsuccessful. One bank requested a Kela card, another required a Finnish-speaking interpreter, and others did not respond. Mehmet expressed frustration over his inability to access banking services, a situation that has left him feeling isolated in his new country. On the morning of September 24, 2024, the first snowfall of the season occurred in Lapland, specifically in the Kilpisjärvi area of Enontekiö. According to meteorologists, the snow had accumulated to about 3 centimeters, meeting the Finnish Meteorological Institute's definition of the season's first snow. In other parts of Kasaveri Sea, the rain had turned into sleet. According to the Meteorological Institute, the first snow in Lapland typically appears at the end of September or early October. The forecast suggests that the area could see more snow in the coming days, while southern Finland will remain dry, with temperatures reaching nearly 20 degrees Celsius.